Where we left off, I had just gone into the Nether with the goal of finding a Nether fortress and killing some blazes, or finding some Endermen to collect some Ender pearls. It didn't really happen. Well, I played some more and I tried to go back, and unfortunately I died and I lost all my diamond armor, which is, sad, but whatever. I'm here to show you some new mods that will help you travel in the Nether really quickly, mainly the bridge mod, which will let you spawn a bridge wherever you are looking. But first, I also made a lot of mini mods on the way, and let me show you one of them. Because we've been mining bricks like this, where I right click and everything gets destroyed except for the valuables, most of the time you end up with no building blocks in your inventory. And so if I look in my blocks chest, it's typically pretty empty, because had we been mining that space with an actual pickaxe, we would have had way more blocks. So what we're going to do is add a simple mod that when you type the word blocks in the chat, then it's going to destroy the blocks around you and actually keep the items on the ground. But let me go to bed real quick. Alright, this is a really simple mod to build. Just open up your mod, and we're going to go under the player category and grab the on-chat command. We're going to change this word to blocks so that we know that we're trying to mine a bunch of blocks. Really easy mod. All we're going to do is fill the surrounding area with air. So you're going to change that to air. And the numbers here, and we don't need to use the positioning blocks here. We can just use the north, south, east, west, up, and down coordinate system here. We're going to mine from -3, 0, -3 to 3, 3, and 3. So that's just going to create a 7 by 7 by 3 cube around us. That's what it's going to destroy. Changes from replace to destroy, and then click start. And I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to enter the chat blocks. And if you ever want to fill up your inventory with a bunch of random filler blocks pretty quickly, that'll be helpful for you to do. Or mining those trees, which I created earlier. I now have a much easier way of mining these trees. I'm just going to get in the heart of this terribly planted area and type in blocks. And all the wood will drop. I'm going to do the same right over here. And one more time over here. And now I have a bunch of wood quickly, and this area looks horrible. Let me clear it out. Alright, now this is slightly better. Here's another mini mod or mod fix that we're gonna do. So this pickaxe, when I did it on the very first video in this series, I made it to where whenever you use it, it places a torch behind you. And this is really convenient for mining, but there's some times where I just want to use this axe to clear blocks without placing a torch, because then I get ugly results like that and this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to our code editor, and we're going to add a variable, and you'll already see, I'm going to go ahead and delete some of these variables since I was working a little bit ahead. I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to delete, like I was saying, you're going to open up your code editor, go into variables, and we're going to create a variable called place torch. Now what this does is, if this variable, and by the way, a variable is just a block you can make in Education Edition that holds a number for you. And you can set that number, you can change the number. So what we're going to do is, if the place torch variable is 1, then what we'll do is when we spawn when we use the dig mod over here, we'll place a torch like normal. But if the place torch variable is 0, then we're not going to do this part. We're still going to do this part, but we won't place the torch. That way I can still have the functionality of clearing out large areas around me without getting a huge mess of torches. So I'm going to go under the logic category and go to the if true then. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to place the torch block inside of this if statement. This is an if statement. If the condition inside of this if statement is true, then the code inside of the block will run. And so the condition we're going to use is if place torch is 1. So I'm going to go to variables. Actually, I'm going to go to logic. and I'm going to grab the 0 equals 0 block and put it in the if condition. Now what we're going to test is if place torch is equal to 1. So the mod will work just like normal, but if place torch is 1, then we add the torch there. Otherwise, there will be no torch. So by default, I think this means that we won't actually get any torches now because place torch is going to be 0 most likely. Yep, so now place torch is 0. So we need a way to be able to turn that variable on or off. And so we're going to use another command, a chat command, on chat command torch, and I'm going to click this plus sign. This lets you add a chat command followed by a number, and you can process that number in Minecraft Education. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set the place torch variable equal to whatever this number parameter is. So num1. Here's how this is going to work in full. I'm going to open the chat and type torch 0. So that means we won't place a torch, and if I destroy some stuff, we get no torches. Now I'm going to replace it with torch 1. And we once again get torches. So that's a nice little fix to our torch mod, or actually the dig mod. So now I'm going to try to go back in the nether and hopefully not lose more valuables. And I'm going to show you the bridge mod, which will really let you travel very quickly in the nether. Random side note, so that basically that MLG mod I made in the last video that would spawn a tower of cake and put you on top in case you were falling to your death. Well, when I died in the nether, I also lost a feather that would activate that. And so I gotta find a feather real quick so that I can still use that. Now that mod almost saved me. The reason I died in the nether was I was digging and a mob attacked me from above and it knocked me into lava. I used the cake tower mod to build my way all the way up, which kept the items from despawning, actually which kept them from burning. However, I couldn't find the items fast enough, so by the time I found the cake tower, they all despawned. Very sad. Anyways, I need a feather. Here's an advantage of getting rid of the torches spawning every time. Once you set torch to 0 and you're not placing torches, whenever I use lightning in the nether, I often clear it using the same wooden pickaxe, but that would just create a whole mess of torches around me, so I don't gotta do that anymore. Here's why you might want the bridge mod. Very often when you're trying to cover ground pretty quickly in the nether, you're going to come across these huge areas that you can't go, or you can go over just kind of painstakingly. Like I was up here, and if I were to try to travel this area normally, I'd have to climb down, then go through all of that. But with the bridge mod, you can spawn this huge bridge directly in the direction you want to go and proceed in a straight line indefinitely. So here's how you make that bridge mod. I'm going to demonstrate it by building a bridge over to that landmass there. And the bridge mod is actually really easy to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the on player and then event command, and the event is going to be the player sneaking. Sneaking is whenever you're crouching and then you move forward. That's what's going to spawn a bridge. And you might wonder, well, what if you do that all the time and you spawn all these extra bridges you don't want? Well, we're going to use a variable that's going to control when the bridges spawn. But first, let's just deal with the bridge. When the player sneaks, we're going to go to the blocks, and again, the most powerful block of code in this game, the fill width from here to here. What we're going to do is replace those absolute coordinate systems with the relative coordinates from the top of the position category. And what we want to do is we're going to spawn a bridge from the left of the player, starting from the left of the player, and actually it would just be -2. And then we're going to make the bridge go all the way 2 blocks to the right of the player, above 0, and in front 40. And one more thing, this would actually spawn a bridge on the block you're standing on. So when you use this, it's going to try to spawn the bridge on you. So let's change the Y coordinate to -1 so that it's below where your feet are. So this bridge, you can tell by the code, it's just going to be 5 blocks wide, -2 to the right, so 2 to the left, 1 in the middle, and then 2 to the right, and it's 40 blocks long. So let's see this in action. I'm going to crouch and move, and I forgot to change it to brick, so I'm going to change this to brick because I really don't like the way that looks. Brick, there we go. And one more thing, we actually want to change this to keep. So we don't actually have to destroy everything in the way of the bridge, we just need to fill the air. There is your working bridge. So the completed code for that portion is just on player sneak, fill with brick, from these numbers, keep. Now, you can see the potential problem with this. What if you're just sneaking in your own house and you accidentally shoot this giant bridge off into nowhere and you got to destroy it? So that's why we're going to add a control variable. I'm going to go to variables and I'm going to make a new variable and it's going to be called bridge. We're going to use the same 1, 0, true, false idea that we did earlier with the torches. We're only going to run this command if bridge is currently set to 1. So go to logic, grab the if block, go to logic again, we're going to grab the 0 equals 0, and we're going to test for the condition if bridge is 1. So now we have a little test there, and the exact same chat command where we use the torch plus a number, well, we're going to use the same concept. We're going to create another chat command that will let us turn bridge from 0 to 1. So on chat command bridge, and then click the plus sign, we get the variable. We're going to set bridge to whatever the variable is that the player entered. Now when you click play, right now bridge should be by default off, and it is, so let me turn it on. Bridge 1. I'm going to crouch, move, and you get a giant bridge. Now this is very, very overpowered for trying to travel in the nether because we already have a block, or we already have a mod that lets us clear the area in front of us. So you're able to travel very, very quickly using this mod. So let me demonstrate some of that. Alright, so I'm going to just start traveling in this direction here. So I'm going to create a bridge. Alright, so all I did was I spawned one bridge, dug through that area in which guys already spawned, and right there is a nether fortress. And I'm actually going to save it probably for the next video, just because I already lost all my diamond armor, and I just wanted to show you how to travel quickly. So we're going to build a bridge around this guy, and let's just see how big it is. So I'm going to start the bridge right about here. And let's just see how far it goes. There we go, new bridge. Oh, finally some soul sand. That's a wait, hold on, that didn't slow me down. Is that soul sand? No, that's not soul sand because it doesn't have the little faces on it. Oh, see, that's why we need the bridge mod right there. Giant areas like that that are hard to cross. Okay, I found the faces. Look at those happy faces. Yeah, so I died. Yay, fun. Right after I got distracted by the soul sand, I hit a patch of lava. Let me try to get that stuff back real quick. Okay, that guy literally just now spawned. That's the one bad thing about... Grab it, 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 grab it. Perfect, nailed it. This was a bad idea. There we go, there we go. Okay. Okay, I heard a blaze. Okay, excellent, just wrong timing. I wanted to find you, I wanted to kill you. I just don't want to do any of that right now. Is the gas still there? Aw, man. Nothing happened. Alright, wow, that was something. So really, all this trouble, and I just wanted to go back to the Nether to demonstrate the power of this bridge mod. There we go. Now we're a little bit lower in the y-axis, so now I can see a little bit more. So I'm going to go this way. I love this. It almost happened again. Gee, I do not like lava. Almost happened again right there. That's the one bad thing about this dig mod. It exposes a whole bunch of lava that you wouldn't have otherwise run into. I don't think there's anything useful here. This place looks kind of cool, despite these guys. Oh no 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 no. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this kind of biome in the Nether. It looks really nice, other than it just is really hard to lose her. Oh, no, 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 no. At least I get to run in whatever direction I want. No! The axe isn't doing anything. Oh, man. That's weird. Well, I think I got the axe working again. Oh, yeah, you get it. You get it, too. Oh. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, man. Okay, a new one just spawned in that exact same... cave. This is ridiculous. I think I'm retiring from the Nether. I don't like it. I'm just gonna go find those pigs I found earlier and see if they'll just actually give me some ender pearls. That feels good. At least the highlight of the day is I did find the Nether fort and there are blazes there, so I can, once I'm a little bit less noob-like, I can go back there. And that doesn't actually mean I'll get better at the game, that just means I'll think of some other random OP mod to use. And the axe still won't do anything. That's so sad. Bedrock shields are weird. Alright, so I noticed something. Somehow not all the villagers, but a good amount of villagers ended up right here in this fence. and there's an iron golem there conveniently. And so what I'm going to do, since these villagers really don't serve me any purpose, is at the end of the video, I'm going to zap them all with lightning, see if they all turn into witches, and then what should happen is the iron golem should destroy his own entire village. But stick around till the end of the video to see that. And if you don't, if you cheat, if you fast forward, the video actually will delete. So, yeah. Well guys, thank you for watching, and now you should be able to create bridges just by sneaking around like this. And this is really, really convenient for traveling with, but that is only a fraction as useful as next week's mod, which you can see right there. Alright, as I promised, let's see what happens when I do this. What angle can I strike the most villagers at? Probably this one. Don't let me get him. Come on, come on. Get him. Alright, and we all know who wins that fight. Alright, thank you, Iron Golem.